Good morning and good afternoon again. My name is Mike Dillon. I am the Vice President of Business Development with Sierra Wall and Company. I want to thank you for joining us. I'm going to take the opportunity, if I can, to maybe immediately segue into some of our key takeaways, learnings from the OEIC. There were some excellent roundtables, discussions, plenaries, and there were some common themes. And so what we like to do is take the opportunity to discuss that with you and relate it back to some of the things we're doing and try to stay on message that way. So key takeaways and highlights. Firstly, of course, hydrogen is top of mind. Everybody's talking about it. In fact, if we go a whole week in our business without discussing hydrogen, we're all surprised. We're working hard every day with our suppliers to work on compliance, testing, compatibility, if you will, for all the products and solutions that we supply. Many of our partners are either European based or have businesses overseas, and fortunately for us, when it comes to hydrogen, they're a little further ahead than we are. So a lot of the hard work, heavy lifting has been done in that respect as far as product compliance goes. And so, we look across our business and where are some of the hangups. Certainly in gas detection, that's a whole different realm, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But when it comes to the issues, metering and regulators and valves, and everybody, of course, is certainly concerned about the fugitive emissions around there, because that's certainly another on trend or on message topic that we heard come up a lot. Was fugitive emissions reduction. We heard a lot about data-driven business. It's funny, I was saying to a colleague that, we've been in the data-driven business for almost 28 years, it feels like, at least in my whole career. But it seems to be being recycled a little bit and repurposed, and that's absolutely okay. I think one of the cool trends is now, for years we've been focused on, collecting or capturing this data, and what we're doing now is it's really now data is now being applied. It's being used as inputs into some very sophisticated systems, some modeling utilities, etc. And so it's really kind of next leveling, or kind of going to the next logical phase in its life cycle as far as data-driven business goes, specific to gas distribution. So it's good. It's great to see. How does that relate to our business? Oh my goodness, we've been in wireless pressure monitoring for forever. Measurement, regulation, wireless pressure monitoring, pressure control, all these things line up so well. I want to talk a little bit about that more in just a second. The other terms, other topics that I think were heard repeatedly and were overpressure protection, renewable natural gas, a lot of talk about RNG, and of course it's starting to mature now, so it's actually quite exciting, biogas, RNG, if you will. We are seeing RNG projects, biogas projects spinning up all over the country. And again, we're certainly very, very actively involved in these. But what it really has done is it's actually pushed out. You've got these little discrete systems. Sometimes it's a point of use. You've got a biogas or a digester facility, if you will, and bottom line is the energy being produced is being consumed at the point of production. And then, of course, these small injection systems, we've got to get that biogas, that renewable natural gas into our systems, blended with in a safe and manageable way on contract. There's a lot of discussions about training, knowledge transfer. Wow, without question. We see it too. Again, after all the years of experience that I've had and certainly appreciate, we're seeing a real transition. There is a lot of young engineers coming into the business now, and that's fantastic. We're excited by that, and with that comes the need, if you will, to share information, to educate, to train, to facilitate knowledge transfer. You know, quite often what happens when you have, you know, senior members of your team, especially long-standing people that have been, you know, kind of more or less in the same roles for years, you know, then that old adage, oh, we've been doing it this way for forever. But, you know, now what do we do? Well, now you've got to have processes in place where there once was just domain knowledge or tribal knowledge. Now you have to have processes in place. You have to have mechanisms to share data, lessons learned, if you will. And that's exciting too, because that's certainly a part of us. You know, at Sierra Wall, we're really focused right now on really launching our Sierra Wall Gas Academy, and that is completely about you know, education and training, and certainly, well, some of it is very specific to the products that we sell and support. A lot of it is also you know, very generic, very vendor agnostic, and has application across your business, no matter what products you use. So we really try to be respectful of that, and try to deliver our training materials in such a way that that it is not so vendor specific that it isn't usable across your business. Some other really interesting kind of on-trend messages we heard is that, you know, effectively, you know, we're all in the energy business. You know, we're not just natural gas. We are in the energy business. I heard someone not long ago refer to it as saying that they were in the piped energy business. Look, I love it. You bet we are. We have a job, a very big job in front of us right now, and that is to win the hearts and minds of society. You know, the environmentalists have certainly got to jump on us, but I think we have a great story to tell. And I think we need to do that in absolutely everything we do. And so again, from our perspective, you know, look, we're working on green initiatives, sustainability. We are working on, you know, fugitive emissions reduction. All of those contribute, if you will, in some part to this overall message that, you know, effectively blue is the new green, if you want to say it that way. And we do. We're going to work hard with you guys to continue to share that message with the wider gas users out there, and to try to get you the information and the testing, the documentation to support that, to validate what we're doing. You know, that's part of our role in this. I want to come back to the topic we're talking about, you know, data-driven business. Again, it was a kind of a fairly common theme that we heard, and I want to relate that to a product line and a business that we've been in for forever. In fact, myself, I've been involved in wireless pressure monitoring and wireless telemetry for, well, 28 years. First project I ever worked on. I'm betting you many of the people listening to this wouldn't even remember the technology. It was called CDPD, and CDPD was one of the earliest packet type cellular data technologies available. And yeah, that's when I started. So it's been fascinating to watch the evolution. But one of the messages, you know, we wanted to share with you, well, we have you here today, and again, thank you for listening, is that we, together with Honeywell, we have one of the most complete ecosystems in the entire business as it relates to wireless pressure monitoring, system pressure monitoring, system monitoring, non-SCADA application, right? We're not suggesting for a moment that the Honeywell Power Spring or the Honeywell system itself is a SCADA play, because it's not. But what it does do is provide you with one of the most robust, reliable, well-tested and deployed systems available in the world for pressure monitoring. You know, the ecosystem comprises of Power Spring. Well, look, there's over 60 of these systems installed around the world. What is it? Well, it's a meter data collection system. You can collect measurement data. You can collect pressure monitoring data. There's an alarm management component. There's also a web publish interface. Well, what does that mean? Well, it's called TDS, and basically what it allows you to do is have your data published up to a web portal up in the cloud. And your internal users, your customers, the industrial end users, your transportation class customers, their energy management companies or brokers can access the data there. So you've got PowerSpring, meter data collection, pressure monitoring data collection, and TDS. So that's kind of your cloud software as a service environment. We've got all the hardware that you can need. The new ERX 350 platform, again, it's built on 30 years. When I started in this business, we worked closely to pioneer this whole category. And in fact, I was for many years with Mercury Instruments based in Cincinnati, and of course subsequently acquired by Honeywell. And we really did pioneer this category. And now with CR Wall, we put some of the first wireless pressure monitoring systems in place in Canada. There are thousands of installations. We have a lot of experience. That's code for we have a lot of scar tissue. Guys, we made a lot of mistakes, but we've also learned a great deal. We put thousands of solar installations out there. We have worked with just about every third-party cellular modem product available in Canada that meets our minimum requirements. So we know, we certainly don't know everything, but I can tell you, again, our experience base is pretty substantial, and I tell you that only to really extend the message that, look, we are here, we have that knowledge, and we would like to extend it to you guys. Leverage us, leverage us. So Honeywell ecosystem, yeah, wireless telemetry, software solutions, best hardware in the business, and CR Wall. So together we can support just about any wireless pressure monitoring or system monitoring application that you might have. And so again, endpoint software, cellular experience. Don't hesitate to leverage us. Another theme that we talked about a lot this week was missions and environmental aspects of our business and hydrogen. Well, wow, that all rolls up. There's a product I want to talk about a little bit, which is the GS700 portable gas detector from GMI Teledyne. They are many months down the path towards a true qualified, safe hydrogen gas detection unit, and I've been working on a number of projects over in Europe, and are literally just a few short months away from something that's commercially viable and ready for the Canadian market. In fact, we're looking for more partners to help us test and evaluate these products in Canada now. So these are, of course, are used for your portable gas detection. They are also used, which is another new capability I want to talk about just briefly, because this is where the world's changing. Sure, we sell stuff. Let's not kid ourselves. We sell products. That's how we make a living, and thanks to you, our customers, and that's how we feed our families. We do that because we really focus on products that we believe deliver value, and the 700 does that in spades. Sure, it's a gas detector. To some of you, that's probably super boring, a bit of a snooze fest. But the reality is, this product it's the old adage, it's the Swiss Army knife. It does just about everything that you can need it to do. Combustible gas indication, toxic gas, bar hole, leak survey. But it also has a couple of really cool modes. One is pipeline gas test mode. It has a capability to differentiate between biogas, naturally occurring gas, and pipeline gas with each sample that it takes. So no more need for an ethane identifier or taking grab samples all the time as well. It can certainly reduce that, if not eliminate those needs. And I think I mentioned leak survey mode too. Historically, you've got 2 or 3 classes of instruments in your facilities, and that would be your personal monitors, you clip it on your collar and away you go. Your portable gas detectors to go do your customer calls, your leak calls. Then you've got your leak survey devices. You might be walking the line or a right of way or something like that on schedule or as needed. And also your ethane ethene identifiers, which are just often pulled out when you need to determine whether that gas source that you've identified or someone has identified is actually, you know, a biogas, or if it's yours, yeah, pipeline gas. So this product does it all those things in one instrument. Many years of research and development has gone into this, and so here's the value. Wow, it saves money, it's tested, it's robust, it works, and it saves you money. And so again, that's part of the value equation we bring. So I have a couple other messages, and then I'm going to give you back the rest of your day. Florentini regulators. I mentioned it in our What's New. I'm going to bring it up again. These regulators are game changers. One, the FE series class, I just want to remind everybody, look, I know it's an overpressure cutoff regulator. And we have had countless customers just go, well, look, you know, for limited clearance or hard to vent areas, sure, we might use a ventless OPCO type of regulator for that. But, you know, never as a standard service regulator. Why? You know, what about nuisance trips? What about those unintended consequences, if you will? Well, guess what? The world is changing. We have supported Florentini regulators now for almost a decade, and just now, only now, the OPCO regulators are really catching. It's really next generation type of thinking. It's the evolution, emissions reduction, for one, you know, as opposed to full eternal relief or something like that. Certainly, of course, the benefits, like I said, you know, limited clearance or hard to vent, absolutely, the justification is just super clear. But yeah, emissions reduction, compact meter set design. We've got you know, dual inlets, inlet outlet from the bottom, inlet from the bottom, outlet from the side. Your ability to fabricate this, put this in a tiny little meter box, without question. The Europeans have been doing that for years, and of course, Florentini is based out of Italy. And so, without question, this regulator, we can put this in one of the most demanding installations from a overall real estate perspective that you have. And then safety. Oh yeah, it's an overpressure cutoff. If something happens, if there's an overpressure situation, your customer is protected. It also has under pressure shutoff capabilities. It has an excess flow shutoff, if you will, much like you know, something happens to piping downstream of the meter and regulator set goes to a full wide open. Well, the system will shut off. There's a thermal option as well. In fact, there's a large customer in the Western United States who shall remain nameless, but I'm sure we can all guess. They deal with you know, fire issues regularly. And they have identified that the thermal valve in this option, which is incredibly inexpensive, is the right thing to do. And they are installing, and as they rebuild in these areas, these are all going in the field with the thermal option. So last but not least, I'm going to talk a little bit about just overall, you know, again, the key message I want to leave you guys with is, look, CR Wall, we are an extension of your business. We are professional gas people. This is what we do for a living. We don't sell water. We don't sell electrical supplies, plumbing supplies. We sell products and solutions for the natural gas industry. So when you cycle through these lines that you'll see here, just remember, first takeaway, call us. If we don't carry it, we don't have it, we probably know who does, and we will certainly help you out. Two, we have engineers on staff. We do this. We size regulators, we size meters, we help design meter sets and stations. We do that just as a matter of an extension of your business to help support your business, to help support the products that we sell. So again, don't hesitate. At this point, I'm going to thank you very much. I'm going to turn you over to John St. Louis. He is our Director of Marketing. He's going to talk to you about our CR Wall Gas Academy. I mentioned that earlier. That is our training and education resource. And again, I want to thank you very much and wish you all the very best. I look forward to seeing so many. I miss you guys. And from all of us at CR Wall, to you and your families, thank you. We appreciate your business and we appreciate you.
As we conclude our presentation today, I would like to take a moment to share with you some exciting news that we first announced during the What's Current portion of the CGA OEIC conference. My name is John St. Louis, and as the Director of Marketing for CRWAL, I'm pleased to share with you some exciting news as we head into the new year. In 2020, CRWAL launched our very own Gas Academy with the purpose of educating and supporting our customers on the products, services, and industry best practices that matter most to you. With a focus on performance, safety, cost savings, emissions reduction, and more, the CRWAL Gas Academy events are designed to deliver you the knowledge and the tools to help you achieve your business goals. Through 2020, CRWAL hosted nearly a dozen free live online events, covering everything from static suppression and gas odorization to wireless pressure monitoring, valve training, and gas detection. We have more events scheduled for this spring, including sessions focused on steel and PE ball valves, SICK ultrasonic meter, new and high-value construction products, as well as valve maintenance, including our popular Valve 101 and 102 series for both plug and ball valves. These are hosted by our partner and world-class subject matter expert from CRWAL, Joe Perkle. I would like to take a moment to share with you a few clips from a session from last fall with Joe, to give you a sneak peek at what you can expect.
How much grease should I be putting in a valve during maintenance activities? So right now, that's going to be our question, or lack of a better term, that's our heading in this little short training session. So there's a formula, and I'm going to give you the logic. I'll explain after I give you the formula where this capacity or amount of grease comes from. So grease capacity during maintenance activities. Here's how you formulate that in the field. This should be part of your training curriculum, right? That formula goes like this. You take the valve diameter in inches. So is that a 4-inch valve you're servicing? Is that an 8-inch valve you're servicing? Is that a 12-inch valve you're servicing? You take the valve diameter in inches and you divide by 4. Okay? So if you had a 4-inch plug valve on a distribution line and you were just performing your maintenance activities, hopefully you have that on a schedule. But in any case, if you were servicing a 4-inch plug valve, you would take that 4 divided by 4, 1 ounce. It's not brain surgery. I want to give you an inside view, a cutaway view of what your plug valves look like out in the field. So you can see in my hand the actual closure, painted in green. This is called the plug. So all my engineers, again, if you design a flow system or maybe you write valve standards, maybe my training group, you've got a section on plug valves that y'all, when you have new hires, better yet, refresher training, even guys like me with 33 years, it's always interesting to get in front of another valve person and kind of listen to their experiences blended with OEM facts. And I use the word facts, not opinion.
I encourage you to visit our website and to follow us on LinkedIn. That's where we share the most up-to-date information on all of the events and products that matter most to you.